Hello guys, my name is Marco. Hope you guys are having a good one. I'm gonna show you guys my what's it called, my Halloween display, and tell you guys why do I even decide to like decorate for Halloween, or are people gonna come here to get candy or something like that? And I'll talk about all that. But first, I'm gonna show you guys my indoor decoration. First of all, I want to show you guys this thing right here. Trying to take it all this in one little take. So there you go. So this right here is actually an inflatable. The Beetlejuice inflatable. It comes with a projector because it's supposed to be like a projector screen. But the things that are the projector come with preloaded videos, which is pretty cool. But I can't really access them. I don't know what's going on. The projector does work, but it's a little bit of a pain in the ass, to get it because I had to put in USB and I made certain videos for it, but it said not to use that. And I decided to actually put it right here. And yeah, cool thing is that the car is gonna be right here. So when I have this thing display or whatever, the bottom part nobody's gonna like right here. I just want to put something that's perfect because this right here it says Beetlejuice and it's so white, and then this thing on top, so it's perfect because I have my car, and then right here it's gonna cover this part out with my cousin cover this part, but not that part. Pretty cool, right? So that's the first thing. I got Jack Skeleton. I also have like the female Sally, and then I got Zero. Got another inflatable, but these inflatable, I try to put them on the roof, but they're like kind of weird. And then I got a whole bunch of stuff over here, which I'm gonna show you guys. You know what that is. The first thing I have in here is actually Captain Cuts. He's pretty cool. I really do like him. I wish I could have a light for him, but never did. He doesn't do any, like, if I plug him in, he does do something. Right now he's unplugged for two reasons. Number one, when I plug it in, his sensor, it does work, or it doesn't. It just keeps talking, it doesn't really stop. I could buy a new sensor for him, but I'm just like, whatever. So let's just have him in here. His hat keeps falling off, which kind of sucks though, but it is what it is. I have like a small little toy treasure chest that you know, that I purchased at a thrift store. I want to put a light on it, so there's that. The reason why I have this cloth right here is because in the morning I do wake up and I do put them on his face because his face is silicone. You can see that, and it's rubber, so the sun is gonna hit it and it's gonna make him not look that great because he's kind of outdoors, indoor ready or something like that. And this is supposed to be Jack Skeleton. I mean, it's supposed to be Jack Sparrow, not Jack Skeleton. Jack Sparrow as a skeleton. So there's that. This was a plan that I just had, and I just left it there because I was like, oh, it goes with the pirate type of theme. So it's pretty cool. So this is supposed to be like the Pirates of the Caribbean or something like that theme. Pretty cool. Right here on this side, I was gonna put like a wanted sign, like a Jack Sparrow wanted sign. Never came around on doing that. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. I don't know. It's just that I don't have a printer. But if I do print it out on Staples or something like that, a store, something like that, soon the sun's gonna eat up and it's not gonna look that great. So I'm just like, maybe I could paint it, but I don't think so. So right here, I had these are Go Group lights. These are like the cheaper. I mean, Gobi lights. Yeah, Gobi lights, and these are like cheaper ones, and these are actually like put out in the inside of the window, like inside the house, not outside, which looks pretty cool. It works. And this is supposed to be like the haunted mansion thing. I have a video. This is actually the female that came on the haunted mansion, but the Eddie Murphy one, because I really do like that version. But I don't like the green on it, so I decided to make the change the green to blue. And the way I did this, right, just the globe. This globe right here, I actually found it just for like $8. It's supposed to be a candy, it's gumballs. Yeah, it's supposed to be that big one. It has a hole on top, which is great. Pretty cool, and it's just a piece of paper cut out, and the projector is actually right here. But there's this pumpkin is covering it up. Also, this projector is really cheap. I do like it, and I don't because it's not as bright, and I wish it was more brighter. It's pretty cool. And the way I made this video, I found a photo of her, of the female, and she looked like that, and then I just went online and found videos of like how to make a photo animated, and then I remove the background and also animated her hair and stuff like that, and then I changed the hue, color, and stuff like that. I did a whole bunch of that stuff, which is pretty cool. That's the way I did it, and then the smoke I just added that, and it's kind of like a looping effect, so it just keeps doing the same thing, but who cares because you're never gonna notice. And these are all extra little things I added: a skeleton, this old clock. These ones were kind of cool to have him here because they look kind of like haunted mansion stuff. I just have those ones, but the sun cooked them. See that? It looks kind of frost like light. It's supposed to look like this, but it ended up looking like this. But whatever, it is what it is. And I just keep like the controllers for the animatronics. This one, there's nothing here. I decided to leave that like that just in case I wanted to sit down. I got this sign of the Haunted Mansion, but I keep like, the one thing I don't like about this sign is that I had to like manually like turn it on. I don't like it, but it looks pretty cool. Look at that. So there's that. These on the bottom because they kind of go with this look, but I don't have the candles. I wish I did, but it's kind of weird because I want candles, but I want to plug them in. I don't want a solar I don't want a battery one. No, I want them to turn on, turn off, and solar panel. Not gonna work because like there's nothing, no sun. And then I have this dog. This is from Michael's. No, not from Michael. From Marshall's. I really do love this dog. I'm happy because I went to one Marshall's. They had them, but I was like, it's kind of expensive. And then the next day I was like, shit. I went back to get it. It's like it wasn't there. Then I went to one that was like in a mall that I thought, nobody's gonna buy it. And then I found him. I was like, I gotta get him because he reminds me of a dog. Then I have these little things. Yeah, look pretty cool. This Christmas little thing. And then this one, you press on it. Enter at your own risk. It's pretty cool. There's that. Got another one. I know they look kind of janky because I didn't do that much of a great job putting them up. But yeah, but still look kind of cool. This one's from Target. You're supposed to light up, but this connection is kind of messed up. Hand. I had that hand because I had him with this guy. Who is that? This guy, I made him. He's what's it called from the movie Trick or Treat? His name is Sam. I really do like this guy. This is supposed to be Michael Myers. This is a mannequin that I found of a female over there at a thrift store. But it ended up being a female, but she's a little bit more of a thick type of female. So I feel like, this could work. And also, like, you're gonna see this guy, but you're gonna see him at a distance. So it's like it doesn't. So like you're not even gonna know if it's a female or not. And she's just leaning against the wall. And also, like, these boots that she has, or that he has, or she, whatever. They used to be my dad's, so I just put them in there. And the thing that's missing is actually an arm, but it's fine because the arm I just put I can make him move. And then the eyes, actually the mask was from the thrift store, but the eyes I just put like electrical tape on there. Yeah, so I could just cover that up. So when Halloween is over, I could just like, take off the electrical tape. Then I have this one. From this one I had in my room, but this one is actually from Target from last year. Pretty cool. Guys, I have a spider right here. I have the smoke machine, which I'm gonna show you guys how that looks like. This is actually the Target one. It's pretty good, but it doesn't have a timer. It just has a control, which is fine. There's that pumpkin. That pumpkin does light up, but I had to connect some other stuff. So it's either I was gonna connect this one or connect that crystal ball thing. Yeah. So then we have this dog, or like you call him a wolf, skelly wolf thing. It's supposed to be the pet for this 10 feet, I guess, skeleton. I don't know. This is the one that went viral last year, but he's pretty cool. He's standing from a pole on there. This, I did end up putting like a thing on there, which is pretty cool, as you guys can see. And then I tried to do it in a way where it's like you stuck into this one, and then you also stuck into that one, and then the smoke comes out from that pumpkin, and also this one. And then you have this bench, which I freaking love. pumpkin, the bat skeleton. This is supposed to be a clock, and I was gonna get this guy, put it here, and put a light on it, and that's why I have that strip light. But I just never going around doing that. And then we have, you know, some tombstones. I'm actually gonna move this one because I just had this one because of a photo or something like that. But and this is how like my tombstone looks like when it's on the back. I will show you guys how that will look like inside. And yeah, and then I got this guy. He's huge. I got inspired by the 15 feet, the Home Depot one. There's the bench. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how the smoke machine looks like. You know, right now it kind of looks like it's not gonna work right now, but I guess I'm gonna come back. It's not, light's not turned on. If it turns on, I'll show you guys how that looks. Right now it's turned off. I don't know why. But yeah. So this is how we have this part. And this is supposed to be like the web thing, but I just never come around putting it up. So the first thing you see, actually one of the first things that I have in here is actually these. These are like these outdoor lights. I don't know if you guys can see that. They look like this, and I just put them in here. But this, it lights up. It looks pretty cool. It's pumpkin, and then I added these dollar ones, and I just jam them inside there, as you can see. Yeah, they're jammed in. I'll show you guys a close-up look of that. Then we got this, which is a witch. You know, I got this one in Lowe's online, and I did this.
Turn back now or become prey to my dark spells.
That's what she does. She's pretty loud. I actually lowered the volume, but it's kind of cool. There's that. I also have like a broom. This broom bought at Walmart. I saw one at Five Below, which looks a little bit better, but we have this.
The first thing we gotta do is get out of this body once and for all.
This.
Were you born with that nice superfood on your
Chucky
head
and
or what?
she's lit up. There's that.
I always come back.
So this entire thing, I actually made it. This archway is kind of like one of those things for plants, but I ended up like putting it up there, put flowers and lights and stuff like that. You know, it looks kind of cool. It is what it is. I put a platform on the bottom of them, so yeah.
Get off my knife.
And this light lining up this. This is the this guy right here. He's the Night Dollar. Bat Ben Bonnie. I like her shirt. It looks pretty cool. So there's that. You know, she does Ben Bonnie. I also have this box right here because I have like speakers on here. Look at that. I also had some more over there. Look at that. Look what she does. This one was from Spirit Halloween, and that one was Home Depot from last year. And then I have this one's actually from At Home. This is a pumpkin. And then we have this one, which is wait, did I say that was a pumpkin? No, that's a skeleton's head. I don't know why I said pumpkin. I don't know. This is a pumpkin. And then I made this archway. Looks pretty cool. DIY. You know, archway has this. You know, these flaming things. That makes these lights look make, and then I just put this real foam, and then I just put this raven. I think it's a raven or a crow, you know what I mean. It's pretty cool, and then I added this thing on there. It's missing a name on top of it, but it's, you know, pretty cool. You know, so there's that. And then right here I have the pumpkin archway, and I have this swinging girl. And I also got this guy, which you probably have seen, the Soul Slasher, and I also put a pumpkin there. I was gonna add that, but I didn't. I also got these ones on Five and Below, and now they don't have these anymore, and it's supposed to be Halloween, and I'm kind of like, I wish I would have bought 4 more of them, because there actually are 4, and now they don't have them anymore. Now I'm gonna see if I can find them online or something, you know. And then you walk in here, and then you have these lights. These are from Walmart. These are also from Walmart. I just wish I could have bought another pair so it could look very similar. Because these ones you can actually change the color. So there's that, and I just put poles on here, you know. So there's that, and it's supposed to be a tombstone. I mean, no, these are supposed to be like a kind of the entryway to the arch. I mean, to the cemetery. Let me have that. You guys can hear like the sound. By the way, the sound effects I made them. And here's a video. This is a projector, big giant screen. It's a really cool projector. The only problem that I have with this projector is that I have these lights right here, and these kind of give light to that, and kind of dims it a little bit, so you don't see that great. I could remove some of these lights, but then it just won't work. And also, I might reuse this for Christmas, so I'm still experimenting with this thing. Yeah. I will use this thing for Christmas, but I'll probably make it like different. Not different, but like I'll figure out a way to like, you know, to right now I'm trying to perfect it. So when Christmas comes out, it could be better, and then next year for Halloween it's gonna be really good. It's the night, you know, there's that. Pretty cool lights. These are the Gobi lights. Also like the from right here, I dimmed them down so you guys can see like the project a lot better. So yeah, I got this one. Projector, so there's a pumpkin over there. Right there, there's nothing there, just that light, because I have this pumpkin archway, and you don't really see any. You're not gonna see it when you're walking. Home Depot. This Home Depot. This one is actually the Beetlejuice. It's from This one is actually from you know, Spirit Halloween. That one's from Home Depot, and then these ones, you know, show you guys this, and then we have these ones right here. The only thing I wish is that I wish I would have bought more of those solar lights, because solar lights are pretty cool when it comes to your when it comes to these like tombstones and stuff like that. Pretty cool, and that's it. You know, that's my whole entire thing. By the way, the projector's right there. So that's about it. So you probably are thinking, why do I celebrate Halloween? Like, why do I like Halloween? Also, my inflatables there. To be honest, dude, in my house, nobody is gonna come and say like, you know, nobody's gonna come to my house and get candy because, you know, because nobody. Here's the thing, man. Nobody comes trick or treat here. I feel like my house is actually, I feel like it's the only house that is actually like decorated for Halloween, right? Which I like it, and I don't like it because I like to see other houses decorated for Halloween. It's kind of cool. And there are some houses out here that have like a little bit thing or two, but not too much like I do. There was a house that used to have like these 12-footers, but then they moved, so they're not here anymore. And there was another house that also have like these little animatronics, but then they took them down because there was a storm, and they just never put them back up. I did, but whatever. So there's that. But at the same time, I do like it because it's kind of cool saying that, you know what, I am doing else with a whole bunch of Halloween stuff. But I celebrate Halloween because I freaking love Halloween. Halloween is actually one of my favorite holidays. Yeah, I like it better than Christmas. Christmas is fine, but Halloween is better. You know, I also have like these Halloween things still, you know, and I also have like pillows. I'm gonna make another video because then this is gonna be really long. My indoor decorations, also my boxes from Medtronic, they're right here because I don't want to ruin them. And yeah, that's why. And also like it reminds me of when I was a kid, the 90s, stuff like that. And to be honest, dude, I don't really care if people are gonna come to my home or not. They're not. I'm a next door neighbor saying that he likes, because sometimes once in a while he likes walking by my house because he likes to see like all the cool things. I have also the projector and the sound effects that I added to it. Like it's pretty cool. It's a shame that most people, like there are some people that do notice, but it's a shame that a lot of people will not walk my home and they're not gonna see all my hard work that I did and something like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just like I'm just doing this because I love Halloween. I really do. It's a shame that right now stores are like Christmas. Like can you just wait for November? Come on. I know Halloween we started out, but it ain't my fault. You know, it's what it is, right? Because then once Halloween is over and Christmas starts, it's fine. It's great to keep going that Halloween spirit, but also it's kind of like I want to celebrate Christmas because you know holidays go by real fast, but Halloween, like right now, I'm not even thinking about Christmas. I'm thinking about Halloween. So that's why celebrate for. That's why I love to celebrate Halloween because I just love Halloween, man. Sorry, but I love it. Is it a sin? I don't know, but I like it. I don't think it's a sin though. It's fun. You know, it's fun. Yeah, so that's why. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later, and then yeah, bye.